Hello, this is Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicarns. Okay, I'm deciding to do a quick show because people don't like to talk about when they grow up with parents or grandparents as manipulators because they teach you not to do that. Like they teach you that from the Bible. So that little abomination thing, people will try to say that's an abomination, but at the end of that verse, it actually says, just go in a way that your parents would teach you to go. Listen, if your parents are teaching you as a child not to be manipulated by your friends, you have to also take heed to that as an adult. I teach my son every day. I'm like, I am your biggest enemy. Like, because you love me so much, you will fall prey to thinking that you owe me something because of love. And that's not the truth. You don't ever owe your parents anything just because they put you on this earth. You did not ask to be born. You didn't ask them to have sex. You didn't ask them to hold hands. You didn't ask them to kiss. You didn't ask them to do anything, but you are here on this earth. And so to my son, I tell him, the life I gave you is a gift. The other gift I will give you is letting you know that you don't owe me anything after that. I grew up with this guilty feeling because my mother, she would do this. I grew up in a house, I'm the oldest child. The kids are 5 and 7 years old younger than me, right? If they got in trouble or if they did something wrong, I couldn't punish them. So they could do whatever the hell they wanted to and I couldn't punish them. Okay, that's our first manipulation. Next thing is, anytime I did something to go against something, it's always an abomination. Okay, just hear my auntie now. That's an abomination. It is not. Um, yeah, she just used to say, she'll try to say things like that, like if you go against your parents. Um, the other part of that is like she was my biggest manipulator. My father was a manipulator. My cousins were manipulators. All these people were manipulators. And no, I'm not. I don't have to be. Like because I seen. No, you're not. So I've seen sociopaths, and like I tell my family, like they don't want to hear that they have mental health issues. They don't want to know that. They have no clue that they have it. One day my mom got mad at me because I was like, I think you might be bipolar. Like I'm serious. Like it'd be like sometimes her moods would start to change, or maybe she was depressed, or maybe it was because she was in her third abusive relationship. I don't think my first stepfather was so bad. I think it was my stepfather after that. His name was Grady Smith. So I'm thinking that because of these people, because my mother actually used to have Grady help her manipulate me, I was manipulated by them. And so sometimes it wasn't a manipulation. It's just like I knew how they were. I knew my cousin was gonna steal. At some point, she was gonna try to steal something. She gonna case out the whole place and she gonna steal what she want. Not only that, then I go to my stepfather's family and they have to steal. All these different things. So I want to actually go over these things because sometimes your own mother and your father are your biggest manipulators. Like they are actually the most sociopathic people in your life. And you won't even know because you so used to the treatment, or you think that that's how the treatment is supposed to go. That's actually what my dad told me. He said, yeah, the people, this how people are. This how everybody is. It's not how everybody is. It's not. That's not how everybody is not like that. You don't have to be in groups and social situations with people that have those issues. That is not your problem. I also had a student in my classroom that was also a sociopath. When I told the other students to stay away from her, that's when I thought, are they following me because I told the students to stay away from her? I was right to, because the girl also set the students up to go down there and tell them about the letter. And she wasn't even supposed to be in my classroom. That's how emotionally and manipulative people are. Also, when I was going through all this, the man also told me, he said, I think whoever these people are narcissists. And I'm like, who are the people? He said somebody came to, I guess, to the Cairo Works place. I was at Cairo Works in Frisco, Texas, and he said something about these people being narcissists. And I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. I have no clue. And I don't have a clue, y'all. I don't know who they talking about. I don't know who's stalking me. I don't know what's going on, right? But they know stories about my mother. They know stories about me. They know stories about things that happened in my mother's house. How do they know these things? And why are they now related to me? Okay. So I'm going back to this. So I'm gonna start with the sociopaths. 9 creepiest things that this is from Bustle. Non-creepiest manipulation tactics by sociopathics often use, and I'm going to use Brandon Clark as the person. So Brandon Clark, I guess he must have told my mother that he wanted to come down to Texas, and I was like, yeah, come down and you can help me with the business. I said I don't really run the business until summertime. Now listen, I'm pregnant, okay? So I had a baby, I don't know what to do. So he is actually trying to manipulate me into giving him the car, into now acting like I wasn't doing enough for the business when I had already told him that that's not what I do. Everybody knew. So this is the other part of the manipulators. You you not looking at the person that you are manipulating that has a pattern of helping, healthiness, good friends, good life, right? So he tried to manipulate it to say that I didn't know how to run my own business. And it's like, I do know how to run my own business. I do know how to, I even showed him and told him about going to because Franklin was teaching me. So Franklin will give you a whole different story than Brandon would. So the manipulator was saying, well, you don't know how to do this, you're not doing enough, all this different stuff. And I was going back and forth to work every day. I had to do lesson plans, I had to grade papers, I had to go take a baby, I had to breastfeed, I had to do all these different things. So he just put stress on top of stress on top of stress. And then if I came in too late, he'll get mad about that and storm out the door and all this different stuff, start arguments with people in the neighborhood. Complete manipulation, okay? Sociopathic. And so one thing is they use love bombing techniques. So he used to send me things in the mail, like little stupid, little cute things or whatever. Nothing that was pertaining to me. And I would tell him, this not something I do. Like it's not me. I would just tell, this not me. But he went to my mom to tell her that he needed to come down to Texas too. So my mom convinced me to let this man come down to Texas because I wasn't about to do that. Okay. Next, they're super charming. You see what I'm saying? They target vulnerable people. I was pregnant. I didn't know what to do. I had no clue how to deal with a baby, anything. So I don't know what situation my mom was in, but again, they target vulnerable people. They know how to reel you back in. That's how he got it back in the house. So when he came back to steal the box for the program, when he came up with her, he was like telling me a sob story. And my mom would do the same thing. My mom would do the same thing, same exact thing. They do the same thing. They're going to give you like the biggest sob story of their life. Like it'll be like, he was telling me how he needed the computer because he had to fill out something or whatever he had to do. When he got into the house, that's when he started being mean, all this different stuff. I had to call the police, and all he was trying to do really was get back in so he could steal the program box. Okay, that's all he was doing. Whatever it was that he stole from me was inside of that box. They are quick to apologize, and that's what it was too. It was like he came in like he was like saying NIGHTFORM. Now with my mother and my stepfather, my mother, when she came to get the money for the car, well, when I was getting the car and I needed the money for the car, she already got $1,000. She knew that I got my refund check, and my mother actually thought that my refund check should have went to her. So, and I'm talking about, y'all, I'm not joking. Even though the refund was in my name, she felt like if she put her tax information onto my grants, then she deserved a refund check. And it's like, that's actually a living stipend for me. Like that's the money is supposed to come back to me for a living stipend. She actually thought that it was supposed to be her money. Like she thought I was supposed to just get the check and sign it over to her. Okay. So she comes to my apartment with my stepfather. And I'm talking about for the whole time, they are just actually going back and forth with me. The funniest part about this is I had just got through writing a cartoon about the rape. I wrote out a cartoon. My stepfather actually saw the cartoon. Grady Smith saw the cartoon about the rape. And he sat there laughing. He was laughing and he showed it to her. When I was living with them, they would be laughing at me because I was in there working out as different things like that. I'm telling you, when you live with manipulators and sociopaths, other things start to happen. And if you speak to my mother, you would think, oh my gosh, she's so sweet. And she is. because she wanted other people to like her. She was seeking approval, but it was because of like the abusive situation she had been in. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know, in one part I felt for her, you know, but then other part I'm just like, you are like the biggest manipulator ever. Like, you know, I don't know. The other thing, Donna Woods, she would get information about people and then try to use that against them, use bad things against them. That's why I feel like when I called this number alive, that could be somebody from Nova Academy. When I looked at these emails, when I just got this email today, I got the email from some guy that's supposed to, Andrew Esprit. He's supposed to be like some kind of guy over the department of for giving us his house. And he the one that sent all the messages. And so what he said was, we didn't think you would be able to pay the bill. And I'm like, you don't even know my budget. Like, you don't know anything about me. So how do you know that you think I won't be able to pay the bill? And it's like, how could you make that decision? And if that was the decision you were making, you should have told me that 2.5 months ago. You see what I'm saying? Manipulation, gaslighting. The whole time I communicated everything I needed to communicate to them. The other part of that is Patricia, the lady that's helping them. Remember, I told y'all I didn't feel right about what they was doing? She told me, yeah, the lady that came over here. She told me that when I first moved in, she said, we'll be able to help you with bills. We'll be able to help you sometimes with car note or insurance. We could be able to help you with storage. They were actually saying this to me in the interview. Okay? So then we get in here and they act like they couldn't help us with anything. So they were like, oh, she even said they could help us go down back to Texas to get the stuff. Okay? Now we get in the apartment. They can't help us with anything. Our gas and the electricity deposit is doubled because the person that was living here before. That doesn't sound right. The water situation is awful because, again, it's only me and my son. We don't use any water and we barely use any electricity. Like, seriously, we turn off all the lights in the morning. The longest light that stays on in the morning, I got a light upstairs now. I think you use like 2 cents of it. It's like one of those rope lights or something like that. That's it. So how in the hell could we have a bill close to $300? That's when they had the deposit split on there. And now our bills are almost close to $200 some dollars. And a lady even told me, she said, in the summertime, you know, your bill should go down because really you only using about $40 of electricity. Okay. So why would my bill still be expensive if I kept up with the payments? When did my bill ever become $40 for electricity? You see what I'm saying? This has been the highest, this has been the most amount of money, which now I'm thinking, I think they're trying to take my mother's old bills and make me pay them. That's what I think, that's exactly what the fuck they trying to do. I'm not playing. This is the same situation my mother was in before she died. So are you trying to kill me? That's what I'm trying to ask you. They were trying to fucking kill me. They use gaslighting. So the gaslighting, you know, it's like they try to make you feel like you're crazy or confused or whatever they try to do. Like, it'll be like, well, no, I didn't do that. No, they would have just did it, just like this situation. It's a gaslighting situation. They presented me with one thing. As soon as I got her in here, they would let me know, we're not doing nothing. We just wanted you in there. We just wanted you to pay the bills. Because I was actually to walk out when I heard on that damn phone that they wanted me to pay a $640-something deposit. I was like, nah, me and my son could live in the car. That's money that could have been. Then the fucked up part was the bills did not go down. They kept $1,500 I paid on fucking electricity. It was before all this shit was over. So $1,500 for real to electricity. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is serious. Okay. They don't show any remorse. You see, he actually sent me this notice. Like I actually did something to him. I didn't call you for the program. I didn't put my name down. I wasn't the person that said I'm a candidate for this. Okay, I love my voice. All I wanted to do was just find a way for the bus. They kept trying to pressure me into being in the house, right? So, how is it that now I'm responsible for anything that happens? You set up the domino and say I'm responsible for all these things, and I wasn't even trying to be a part of it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they had a parade and then they came over here and said, oh, here go the bill. I'm not even a part of the parade. I wasn't even in it. I didn't even know what day it was on. So how the hell am I now responsible for that? You see what I'm saying? So you say you're going to help me. You didn't help me. I didn't say nothing else to you. I let the shit happen because now that's my shit. Like, that's my life's work. Gone. So I could have cussed you out. I could have wrote you a nasty email. I didn't do anything to this person. All I told them is now we need a relocation service because it's now understood that this is abuse. I actually feel like I am being kidnapped. If you put me in a social situation where if I get a job, somebody will bully me. If I go to the store, somebody will bully me. If I go to the gym, somebody will bully me. The police will bully me. When I go to the hospital, somebody's making up stuff. The man out here that put us in the wrong car. You keep putting us in all these situations. People want to start arguments and fights. They want to act like I got to get put out or all this different stuff. No, that's not the situation. If you don't recognize that that's abuse, then when do you recognize it? And not only that, you stalked me. You know all the stories from my life. You know all these stories, even the ones from college. And then sit me here and tell me that I can't have justice for that either. No matter what you do to me, I can't have any justice for it. It's abuse. No matter what you do, I'm just supposed to sit back and be like, okay, it's okay. You smacked the shot. I'm okay. No, I'm supposed to go to the police and you supposed to go to the courtroom and we supposed to do it there because I'm tired of this shit. So at what point do I then deserve what I've been working for? All this time, I haven't put a finger on anybody. I haven't called anybody. I haven't hurt anybody. I haven't done anything. I haven't stalked anybody. All I've been doing is trying to work on designing what I have to design. And you continuously follow me to fuck shit up. And I'm not supposed to have it. I'm not supposed to have justice for any of those things. It's abuse. No remorse. So he actually sent me the letter to say that, wait a minute, this is how but if that's how you felt, if that was what it was, that's what should have been conveyed so many months, like 2.5, when I asked you for it. It should not have been a trailing of, we are looking into, get the invoice for this, that, and the other. None of that should have been done. It should have just been straight up, and that is what should have been said. And when it couldn't have been done, that's when that should have been conveyed to. When you felt that way, it should have been conveyed. If you had any ifings about it, that should have been conveyed. Not a piece of it, not a part of it, not now this is this. No, you work at a fucking government job. You need to be consistent and clear. You need to be concise with your communication. That has nothing to do with me. And you see what I'm saying? So now, why even send me an email the next day when all this shit is over? Why the fuck are you trying to talk to me? For what reason? Okay. Sociopaths, I'm telling you, in the classroom, in my life, forever, and people will not admit that they have a mental health issue. They will not get counseling. They will not get help. Narcissists, they will not get counseling. They will not get help. They use empty threats. So then it's like, if you don't do this, then this won't happen. This been happening with me and my son the whole time. The apartment. Me and my son were in a 1-bedroom apartment. And the lady wrote it down somewhere that we would have to move out. And I told her, the lady was on pregnancy leave. So she said, yeah, you're going to have to go. And I said, wait a minute. No, I don't. She's like, yeah, we got a 2-bedroom ready for you. Then this is what she said to me. I said, well, what if I have things left? She said, well, we don't have to, we don't have to charge you for any of for leaving shit in the apartment. Now you going to tell me that I was okay to move without leaving it there. And that it wouldn't be, I tried to clearly get that stated to me. I moved over there. She gonna send me a bill for $300. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, we were being harassed from the people below us. The girl kept saying my son was giving her a headache. He wasn't even doing anything.
Not at all.
Exactly. The same thing we could get to the next apartment. This is gonna be talking about he in there rolling across the floor on a scooter. The only floor we have is a kitchen and a bathrooms. The bathroom's about the size, nothing. The kitchen not even big enough for him to even put the scooter in there to make a full turn. And this lady would actually call the office and actually try to tell them what we was doing inside of our apartment. For what? I don't know. If you don't do this, then you won't get that. Guess the fuck what? I won't get it. That's my grandma. You see what I'm saying? Y'all think I'm playing. I've been telling y'all, I'm so sorry to diagnose you, but y'all got some fucking problems. Don't nobody have to jump through no fucking hoops for you. If you don't get this, I don't get. No, that was the principal at Confluence Academy. This or that, this or this, this or that. They've been doing all this stuff the whole time. They've been trying to manipulate me through options. This is your only two options. Well, then fuck it. I don't want it. I don't fucking want it. If I don't even want to fucking be around you. What the fuck make you think I want these two options? Sociopaths, manipulators. Why would you even pick up the phone? They use excessive flattery. I always think about myself, but I actually mean what I say. Like, I'm sincere when I say what I say. Some people will say things to you and it'll be just like, they don't give a fuck about, they just doing that so they can get close to you. Men do it to get in your clothes and, you know, all that different stuff. Women do it to run their little, what is this, what you call them, gold digger game on you and all that stuff. Like, yeah, y'all, this is some straight up mental health shit. And so I think that somebody at some point is like trying to say that this is me. It's like, no, this is not me. Listen to this one. I'm not joking. Y'all keep thinking it's a game. Oh, we gonna keep going through it. And they don't like when you say that this is what they are. They use your weakness against you. So that's what's been happening. My weakness is at this point, I don't have money. I actually have to ask for help. Never have I had to, because I use money. From the car, if they blocking the internet, they stop that. If they blocking the phone, they stop that. So how am I going to be able to get money if I can't get a clear call to people that actually can help me? If I create a business and I'm not able to sell anything because the people are not really seeing my products. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter what the fuck I do, how many shows I do. If I can't get the affiliations that are associated with my show, if I can't even gain the products that I'm actually producing or speaking about from the show. So when is it that I'm supposed to make a financial gain? Okay. They are witty and ready to argue. The same thing with this lady next door. First, they started talking about all the people that lived over here and how they were. I don't care. Then they started talking about all the cars going down the street. I don't care. Then that son coming over here looking in the window for the DVD player. I don't care. It's a no contact order. Because every time now I come out the house, every time you see me, you want to fight with me. I don't know you. Therefore, why the fuck would I want to fight with you? Over nothing. You see what I'm saying? Okay. They are persistent until they get a yes. This is Turns. Turns, what's his last name? I forgot his last name, but Turns, the one who drugged me and all this different shit.
He drugged you?
Yeah, think about it. They use guilt trips. Try to, you an abomination. All this different stuff. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're not a good mother. You shouldn't be breastfeeding. All this different stuff. Yes.
Which time?
It was like the first, when I was in there before I went to the hospital. They use guilt trips. They gaslight you to create self-doubt. You're not good enough. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what you're doing. That's my daddy. You don't know what you're doing. That's Brandon. You don't know what you're doing. The teachers at the school, I could say one time, I don't know how to, but I can learn. You know, usually I just learn. I don't know how to do this, but I can learn, right? They don't even let me get to the I can learn point. Somebody else gonna do that. It's like, okay, then let them do it. You know, give me a break. I can work on something else. They project their feelings onto you. This is how I feel too. It'll be like all the little shit that somebody else might get pissed off about. They'll try to do that to me. So this is something else people do. To piss you off, they will actually do stuff to you that will actually hurt them. So if you do that back to them, they're going to be the fuck. They will be so, oh my God. You see what I'm saying? They'll be so fucking hurt. That they will actually show you how to hurt them by the way they hurt you. Because I guarantee if you do it back to them, they are the ones that will have their feelings hurt. They give you the silent treatment. That's something I get a lot too. Some days that's all they do. They ignore me. They cross the street. Like yesterday, it was like people would cross the street. They can't walk past me. None of this different stuff. They over exaggerate what I'm saying. When it's just like, just be your fucking self. You see what I'm saying? Because you walking down the street, that's not a problem. But when you lunge towards me, like you finna do something to me, that becomes a problem. You see the difference? So it's like they'll take that information and now they're going to try to change it to what they want to change it to. And so now let me give you, like, I'm not talking, I got to ignore you. We can't pay you no attention now because look at you. Look at you. You did all this. And it's like, you haven't done anything. They judge their victims. So anything I do is not good. They play the victim. So now with this guy that sent me this letter, I was the problem. I didn't even do anything. All I asked you is to see if you could help me pay for the storage. Anything else is uncivilized because nigga, I wasn't there. Whatever show you have in your head, I wasn't there. I was over here just asking if you could help me pay the storage. That's it. You led me along. You see what I'm saying? Saying that you could help. And then you contacted me. You see what I'm saying? So now the last time, the month before that, I contacted before it was due to ask the question. So when she contacted me, she said, I know your storage is going to be due. You see, you contacted me so you could put me through some shit. I didn't contact you. And that's all I've been telling y'all. I have not one time contacted these people. Every turn, you knew that there was somebody involved that was abusing me. They turn your words to benefit them. Let you speak first to establish a baseline for weakness. So they want to know, and that's what the lady was doing on the phone with a live. Those are 3 numbers he gave me. He gave me a live, he gave me the St. Louis something, and he gave me Oasis. All 3 of these places have been where the calls have either been rerouted or some idiot get on the phone. Same thing with Dallas ISD. I went down to complain at Dallas ISD. One lady told me to come into the closet. She put me in the fucking closet with her so we can discuss something. I don't know what the fuck that was for. You see how they be trying to make their little jokes. Then the other lady, what else happened? Somebody took me in the closet to discuss it. The other lady told me, she said, ain't you on a clock? You shouldn't be down here. Like, yes, I can be down here. I work for Dallas ISD. That's been cool. I get a salary, bitch. This ain't by the hour. Like, what the fuck y'all on? And that was the one. What was her name? Something Henderson or something like that. Like, no, y'all, no. They undermine your faith and your grasp for reality. So then they'll try to make everything seem like it's not there. Nope, don't think so. They make you responsible for your own emotions. And it's like, wait a minute, I didn't even create this problem. So now you want me to be the problem? I can't be all those things. I can't be everything. I can't. They don't help resolve problems. You see what I'm saying? The whole time. Let me lead you along. I gotta check your lights off. They make you feel insecure or try to. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the right.
What is burnt?
Yeah, I had on like the lows.
And burnt.
They make you feel insecure or try to. You that's what I get for burning rice. You can't say no. They belittle your opinions. They suck the energy in the room. This whole time, sometimes I be around people, especially like this lady, Miss Montgomery, Sherry, whatever her name was. It'll be like they just drain my whole fucking body. The controlling person is always having their way. They play dumb. They all know what they're doing. They all know my calls not going out. They already know that these people at these different places have tried to do whatever they're doing to manipulate. It's still the rice.
It's cooking.
It's off the stove. They place undue pressure. You see? Why? So the lady at the job will call me. What's her name? Patricia. Aren't you gonna get a job? Y'all, I get off the bus with the groceries. She over here at the fucking corner, driving around the corner, looking at me, turning her head while she driving. What? Like, it's like, wait, what? Aren't you gonna get a job? But aren't you following me? Okay. The person presents him or herself as a willing helper. That's what they did. They use humiliation tactics and use your weaknesses against you. So, me and my son, I couldn't afford the phone bill. So she said, why don't you get some government phones? Y'all, when she contacted me, she gonna put on her, why don't you give me the number to call your government phone? I was like, whoa, like this is, you see what I'm saying? But if that was done to her, she would be offended. With me, I'm just like, okay, it's a government phone. I gotta make it. Shit, I still get calls. You know what I'm saying? My son can still call out. I can still call him. That's really all we need it for. Can it walkie-talkie? But I'm telling you, if somebody did these things to these people, they would be so pissed off. They walk away from the responsibilities as a way to control others. So that's what I felt like. I felt like they were waiting for me to lose money so they could stuff. That's why they was trying to like see what was in my bank account and what I was doing and all this different stuff, so that they could start taking money, or so they could see that I didn't have the money, so then they could start doing stuff like put me out of the houses and put me through all this undue stress and all this different stuff. You see, that was my family. They change their ways only when you have had enough. I'm not an emotional person. Marcus used to want me to show something for him. You see what I'm saying? They want me to be like out of control pissed because all these things happen to me. Or they want me to look like I'm devastated or sad or something. I don't know, but something is really going on. And it's like, I can't be that person for you. I can't be your stereotype of what PTSD or anxiety looks like. I cannot be your stereotype of what a rape victim looks like. I cannot be your stereotype of what a domestic violence victim looks like. And so I think that really does piss people off, because it's like, I don't care what kind of crazy you are. I don't have to fall for your crazy. I don't have to align with your crazy. I already been through it. Marcus put me through that shit. Y'all should have seen my hair. My face was like all big. My body was real tight. I couldn't fit my clothes, all kind of stuff. And I said, in 3 months when he left, I was back to a normal person. I saw a picture of myself and I was like, whoa. I didn't even know I looked like that, because I told y'all I couldn't even look at myself. I was fat. I think I was in a 3X. 3 months. And I was in a size 8.
using a size 8 clothes?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Manipulators. They can't be trusted. Marcus.
not at all.
You see? Put some in his food and see what he do. They leave you feeling crazy or mixed up and confused. He did all that stuff and then left me. And he left the clothes I bought him. I'm like, yeah, he thought, well, I don't know what he thought, but either way, I didn't want him back. I was happy for him to go. Like, I wanted him to go. They're great at making you feel guilty or bad. Marcus was so good at that. Just like my mama. He'll sit there and cry and tell you his whole story. He been molested. He been raped by the Sigmas.
Wait, what? He been molested?
Mm-hmm. That's what he said. And he was raped by men.
Was that a lie or true?
I don't know, but he would cry. If he hurt me, he'll cry. You see what I'm saying? It just be different stuff. You just be like. But then one day he'll just give me a lot of compliments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it'll be the same compliments. He didn't have nothing but the same like, I drink beer out of a glass. I ordered a mixed drink. Yeah, everything was about a drink. Yeah, most people, they drink it out of a bottle. So because I poured mine into a glass, he thought that was so classy. Also, what I drink, and then I ordered a mixed drink, which was it had chocolate and whipped cream or something like that. Anyway, and what else was it? Oh, I think it was only 2. Those were the only 2 compliments. Everything else, I was helping to destroy him. I ain't do nothing to him. I do nothing but listen and try to tell him that it was to give him a plan of positivity because he's a very negative person. Other than that, I didn't, 8 pussy, fuck 5 niggas and all. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I did, but that's what he would accuse me of. They had the ability to manipulate the emotional climate in a group. He would suck the energy out of other people. And I didn't know he was good at this. I didn't know. People would just be like, no, that's not your boyfriend. He's not a good person, this and the other. I'm like, no, but he would constantly be giving me those stories and,
constantly?
Yeah, and trying to be there for me. Yeah, a truly bad person, a true sociopath. They are self-absorbed and a law
money
unto themselves. So again, narcissistic. So that's all I'm saying is like, yeah. How many times do I have to go through all of this stuff for other people? Because they have some information and they want to use it for manipulation. Again, this one just saying the same thing. They cash on your insecurities. They put a lot of pressure on you. They gaslight you. They'll try to overwhelm you. Passive aggression, judge and criticize. They will always have you speak first so they can listen, so then they know how to go in there. That was the whole thing. You unfreely, they'll have me say something and then the guy come in and be like, well, I know how to do this. Well, do it. They'll let me open and do other stuff, like create a website for second graders and stuff like that. So, I mean, like for real, they would actually want me to speak first and say something so then they can go in and undermine me. That's all manipulation. They would raise your voice and show negative. They would raise their voice and show negative emotions. All of this, everything that they saying, I know exactly what they saying. But like I said, I grew up with it. Displaying negative gestures. It's all, I look like, can I do the Grinch? I can play oh my God, I just thought it was, look at my face. Is that the Grinch face?
Yeah.
I would love to. Oh my God, I'm serious. That is like super purplistic to me. That way Jim Carrey was able to like look like the Grinch without the makeup on. Okay, giving you little or no time to take decisions. Your power make you make a decision right away. They change the facts. They will insist you to meet them physically, just so they can cause you harm. But yeah, I grew up with manipulators, so that's all I'm saying. Do not mess with me. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, but I don't know why you continue to include me and what the point of that is. Y'all are so abusive, and you don't realize it. Anyway, have a great day. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk and the Black Unicarns.